No two hands. He's putting a match. Hey, oh my goodness. He really beat you. Are you kidding me? You let him.
No.
He really beat you. All right, it is beautiful today. It's very nice out here. Cordy didn't get to come with me. He's missing out on this one. Anyways, what I'm planning to do is get some of this behind me here cleaned up a little bit and get some of them logs drug out of there. There's a lot of stuff right there and that pile that's just not really any good, and I've just piled it over the years. And here's some white oak limb wood. Quite a bit of that. I'll probably cut that up today and stack it. There's even some split wood here, back here. Try to stack that. What I plan to do pretty much is get this stuff cleaned up a little bit and then get a lot of those trees drug out, because there's still a lot of trees there. And then back here on this land too, he's got around, I've said 200 acres. I think it's around 180, 190 acres. And there's probably around 100 oaks or more down around this land. This was just the easier stuff to get access to here. But there's still, back here on this land, down all these logging trails and stuff, all over this land are oaks where they cut them down, and they took, what they wanted out of the logs and sowed the logs, and then they left the stuff that they didn't want. And so there's enough wood here probably for me still all of next year still, honestly. It just won't be as easy to get to as this stuff here. Man, it sounds beautiful out here too. When you're out here in this forest and you hear pretty much nothing but the wind and the tree buffs, listen to that. Yeah, look at the leaves falling. God knew just what he was doing when he created the earth. I like that scripture in there, and it's in Genesis, and it said when God created the earth, after he created the earth, it said he saw that it was good. The earth was good. I had been meaning to get to doing this for quite a while, but a lot of times when I go there, I'm just trying to get a load of wood so I can take it to somebody. But I ended up going this day and trying to pick up a lot of the stuff there and just kind of organize a little bit better, tidy it up a little bit. A lot of those are split pieces of wood right there, and there were some rounds too that were just kind of knotted, and I piled them in a pile. But the main go-to, other than cleaning it up, the main go was to try to pull some of those logs out of the pile and pull them over there on the flat ground where I could buck them, split them, and load them. So I won't have to keep carrying them as you seen me do the other day. It's good to make it as easy on yourself as you can, because it's hard enough work as it is without making it harder. But it was a mess there. I've been getting wood from this guy. I've said it before, but I've been getting wood from him now for 3 years. My tax professional is who it is. And he owns around 180 acres there. Beautiful land. There's oaks down all over that property. Oak trees down all over. I mean all over it, scattered all over it. So I've got enough wood for this year and next year, I believe, just from this property. Maybe even the following year. But I do plan to go to the Daniel Boone National Forest still and get a permit. I just really haven't made the time to do that, or really maybe I had the time and just chose not to, because I've got the wood here still, really. And there, I'm going to have to find stuff that's dead and seasoned, and then I want to find some hardwood. People want something like locust or oak, some sort of hardwood, ash. And here I am bucking up some of this stuff. But some of this, I believe, is what came off of that tree you seen me fell with an axe. If you ever seen that, the first video of me felling a tree with an axe, these limbs come off of it, and that tree was seemed to be pretty dead. The limbs seem to be pretty dry. Looking a little better already. There's some split stuff already. Some of them are way too long. That long one there was one that I did a month or so ago when I did the review on the Fiskars, just to show that it could split long wood. And got a lot of that limb wood cut up. Got a lot of the scrap stuff stacked in this pile. Got some more split stuff over there. And what I'm trying to do is just clear this out right here, this area, because that's where I plan to be dragging the trees out from. I did this video today actually, and I plan to upload it tonight. I'm working on editing it right now, recording this audio here, but it's Friday, the 14th, I believe, and the biggest festival in Kentucky is taking place this weekend. It's called Court Days, and in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, which is the county that I live in, a city in the county that I live in, that's where it takes place, is downtown there, and they have it from the morning until nighttime. Looking much better than it did. Now I've got a path where I can pull the wood out. It's a lot tidier too. Definitely was a mess. It still is a mess, but I noticed the guy that does the chainsaw carvings had a booth set up there last night downtown in Mount Sterling. And so he's got his chainsaw carvings already set up there. No telling how much money that man will make at that festival, because it lasts all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. They may even have it on Monday. But I remember going when I was a little boy with my mama and papa. They would rent a booth there sometimes, if I'm not mistaken. And she did crafts like birdhouses and stuff like that. And she would build them up and then sell them there. But if I'm not mistaken, around 50,000 people or so come to that festival, or they used to anyways. And it's a very busy festival. I haven't been in years myself, but they have really good food. That's one of my favorite things about it. They sell tools, clothes, they sell guns, axes, probably plenty of axes. But it's taking place this weekend, so I could definitely tell a big difference in the traffic while I was out. Got that strap around it, hopefully enough to hold it to where I can pull it with my truck. See how it goes. See how it goes. That's what I'm talking about. That did it. I didn't think that bolt would hold when I put it in. I figured it'd pop out. There's one oak log out of many. But anyways, I've got a method that's working, and I've got all day to do, or a lot of the day to do this. I've got some other stuff to do later, but so, and you look, I want to show you how deep that thing was buried. Look at that. Foot and a half. That was, the thing was in there. Pulled it out. Dodgy Wadgy had no trouble pulling it out. Big oak log, red oak it looks like. So there's one. Now I'm gonna pull it over there towards the open, and then I'm gonna just keep doing it. It's gonna take me a while, but, and what I'll have to do is get in underneath of them and get around them. I have to pry them up somehow and just get them up, and maybe put something under them to keep them up off the ground, and then put my strap under, pull it out. We got a method that works now though. I figured it would. I've thought about this a lot, you know, since I've been planning to do this, how I'm gonna do it. And my really what I thought would work is get a long eye bolt. And I thought that would work all right. And it probably would. I just didn't bring one with me. I had some bolts, but not eye bolts, where I could hook to it very good. Around it, pulled it right out of there. Dodge had no problem with it. Now, keep going at it. Got a bunch in there to pull out and get as many out as I can. I'm probably not even gonna do a load of wood today. I'm just gonna try. I'm just trying to clean this up and then get some of that, some of those trees out of there, some of those logs out. It's working. It's not maybe the best method in the world, but it's what I got right now, and it's working. So I'm gonna keep at it. All day, can't you hear the wind blowing? Saying, dig me up and tell me away. All right, I've got number 2 ready, I believe. Digging up cash here. Digging up cash. Not the funnest way to do it. Ain't the worst. Oh, goodness. Leg broke off my tripod. It ain't the worst way either, though. I love this. I love being here. I could do this all day. Go to dig in the dirt for money. Anyways, this is a big poplar, a lot longer than the other one. Shouldn't be probably as heavy though. That was a big oak. See how it, oh, my goodness. See how it does. I plan to get a lot of these trees out of here today. See what it do. See what it do. Think about that. Look at that. I like when it worked. That's what I'm talking about now, boy. I have fun with this stuff, especially when it goes well. I'm digging up money, buddy. That's what I'm doing. Look at that. Why let that lay there and rot? I'm digging up money. Good seasoned wood. Yeah, it's in the ground. I realize that a little bit. That poplar, I don't have as much confidence in it as I do the oak. That oak will be just fine. I've got some of that out already. The poplar, I believe it'll be okay as well. Anyways, digging up money. The old dodgy wadgy does it. Only thing is, I didn't realize I was running over a pile of wood when I did that until I ran over it very hard. Next. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The wood graveyard, digging them up. Big old poplar, big old oak, little oak. Lots more. Get back to it. There she be. Oh, I'm earning my money today. Big oak, some poplar. There's an oak. One to the left, that one's poplar. And I got lots more to do. And the plan is to get them over there. Have this looking like a proper wood yard. Like Jeff. Jeff just worked. Have it looking like his. And a lot of those other guys in the wood yard. Lots of those people. Look at that. broke loose. That's money. Or it will be, Lord willing. Pull away from the dirt, not against it. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Ah, yes. That's victory. That's money. That's money. Hey, this will be much easier to work with instead of carrying them big behemoths, 120 pounders, whatever there was. Just try to get this stuff drug over there. There's plenty of it to do. Even if it takes me 2 or 3 days, or however long it takes to get this wood out, it'll be worth it. This oak is not light. Put yourself that tripod. Now, don't get yourself white. Old-fashioned physical labor. Hey, the truck isn't really old-fashioned. Not real old-fashioned anyways. I guess they are. They go back pretty far, don't they? That truck has been used while I've pulled a building with that, turned the building sideways, 20-foot building and everything. Tell you one thing about Dodges, they pull. They do pull. I know the other trucks are good too. I've had Fords. I've never had a Chevy yet. Never had a Chevy. Not a Chevy truck. I don't even know if I've had a Chevy at all. Yep, I've had a Chevy Impala. Now that I think about it, I've had a Chevy Impala. Here's gonna be the new wood pile. Got a lot of work to do. Get back to it. Ain't work like that. Make him walk the plank here. Any last weights, Now what I'm doing to get under these things, you can see where I pulled that big piece out just now. It made it where I can get my strap down in there. The only thing is, while I'm only able to get on the edge, I got to pull that way away from it. If I pull this way, it's not going to have enough log to catch on, and the strap's just going to pull off the edge. So what I'll do with this particular one is get my truck right about there, something like that, aiming that way, put it on here, the strap, and pull that way, and it's out of there. I'll tell you one thing, this is transforming this little wood yard, transforming it. There we go. Oh, that's good right there. Let me get the Dodge. Yeah, as you can see, these didn't hold up too well. Here, that didn't work very well, as you can see. So, that actually may assist me here a little bit. But anyways, as you can see, if I pull this way, it's got all this log to catch on, tighten up on. If I pull that way, it may slide right off the edge before it gets to tighten. Hey, what do you think about this now? The old Dodgy Wadgy's getting it done. Telling you now. God, he's doing it. Man, pickup trucks are handy. If you got a decent one or a good one, they are handy. Handy. I love this one, I'll tell you that. I love the Dodge. Anyways, you get the idea of how this is going. Digging up a little money. That's all. Lots more. But man, this will make it so much easier too. I can just cut it here, split it here, and load it here. Won't have to carry them big rounds out of there. It'll be so much easier. Believe me, I don't like doing it like that. I do not. Do not. Who's next? I'm thinking this one is sticking up anyways. That one can come out of there. Maybe we'll just get it with the O'Fiskars Excalibur. This one, do that one I can hook to. Well, to these, and then some are down over the hill. And the ones that are down over the hill, I plan to probably just split them where they're at and get my truck maybe back to the edge of this hill once I get, because the hill don't go down until about right there. Once I get this cleared out, I can get my truck back here and just load it from there. This right here, maybe there's a big one right there, thick one, I mean. This right here is gonna make things so much easier for me. Red oak. Oh. In there. Oh. I felt that in the arms. This wood is some heavy stuff. Got it right out of there though, that big piece of red oak. Wait till you see the pile at the end of the day. I plan to have quite a few out. It ain't gonna be huge or nothing, but I plan to have quite a few out. That's it. Look at that. Breaking these things loose, getting that strap around them. All I'm doing is putting the hook on there. When it gets tension, it's tightening up. Got it hooked underneath here to the hitch, and I'm pulling it. somewhere. Hey. Hey. Yeah, had to work for that one. Ain't the first one I had to work for though. Let's get it onto the wood pile. Yeah. Wrap around and go over here with that, and once it pulls tension, it pulls it right out of there. But as I said, what I plan to do is, man, I feel a breeze. Rip them pants good. What I plan to do, right here is where the hill starts. You can't really tell it a whole lot. About where that tree's at, maybe a little up more this way. Yeah, really where this tree's at, this poplar. But once I get all these cleared out, everything else that's here, like all this stuff, there's a lot of wood over there. There's a lot over there. Wood up there. I'm gonna cut it, split it here, and then just back my truck up through the edge here and just throw it in it. So it'll be much easier than carrying it. And I've got enough wood, as I said, at this place for probably this year and next year, maybe even more, because as I said, there's probably hundreds of oaks down on this property still, or 180 acres. You've just mainly seen this wood pile here because it's the easiest one to access, really. So, and this is the one I've been getting it from now for the last 2 years. I've been getting it wood from him. This is my 3rd year. But once this is depleted, I'll get the wood. Don't worry about that. Don't you worry about that now. Lord willing, as long as I'm able, I'll get the wood. Getting a pile over there, though. Anyways, let's get back to it. See, where can I put this to where I can get a good angle? Right there. You should see some of the places I put this tripod sometimes. Whatever works, it's on an old half sawn and half log right now that's right sitting on it like that. But it is, so yeah. Let's see what it does here. Tell you one thing, that made a huge difference today doing this. As I said, I've known for a while I've needed to do it. Look, that's what my tripod was sitting on somehow. But got a lot of this area here cleared out. Look at how deep these ruts were where some of this wood were, or some of this wood was. Woodwork. Or wood. Anyways, look how deep these ruts were. where this wood was buried. Man, I've exposed a lot of it. So pulling it out has made some easier to get to, like that one, those there. Man, this just made a big difference today. Big difference. Not only did I cleared pretty much this side out, except what's over that hill there. I pretty much cleared this side out. Now I've been here probably about 2.5 hours, something like that. Maybe 2.5, 3 hours, something like that. But I cleared that out pretty much. The logs that I got out of that, I'm very, very happy with that. As you can see, got those. Piled a bunch of the scrap there. There's a little bit of split wood over there. A little bit split here. A little bit that needs to be split. Some limbs there that I need to get cut up. But, and then there's this pile here that I got. That's what I pulled out of there today. And, well, I won't say that's not a whole day or even close. This is what I pulled out in probably a few hours. That's a decent amount of wood. Pretty happy with that. Mainly oak here, but there's a little bit of poplar too. That big one, long one there is a poplar. And I may have to get a shovel or something and try to get some of this dirt off. Come off easy. That way I don't pull my chain too quick. Just that there. Come off pretty easy though. This is good solid wood though. I promise you. You'll see when I split it. This oak is solid, very solid stuff. Takes a while before that stuff rots, the oak. Even this poplar is pretty solid, I believe. But anyways, I'm pretty happy with that for now. Got pretty much that whole side done. I mean, seriously, that's pretty much this whole side except for what's over the hill, all the way up to that tree pretty much. Then there's the next side over there where there's a bunch. And the next day I come, I may not get that. The next day I come, I'll probably be getting a load from this. I've got to cut that. I'm just going to cut and right in front of that and leave that piece. The bolt method didn't work at all for me. So I had to kind of dig where I could get my scrap around them or pry or whatever I had to do. And I got it done, made it work. No heavy equipment. Not against heavy equipment, I just don't have it. I do plan to get me a tractor with a front loader on it later. Definitely plan to get one of those. But for the people that don't have that kind of stuff like me, or for the ones that maybe you have it and it's down or whatever, and this method ain't gonna be for everyone, and there's easier ways too. If you had like a big tamper bar, you know what I'm talking about probably. There's I call them just a tamper. I don't know what it's called exactly, but you tamp posts in the ground, wooden posts in the ground with it. You tamp them in, very heavy, looks like a giant nail. That would have made it much easier for prying with. I was trying to pry it with T-posts and they were bending. The Fiskars, I was able to grab a lot of them with it and just pull them out like that, but there's quite a bit of wood here. There is a couple, I would say 2 big loads out of this, so $400 worth. So dug out about $400 worth of wood in 2 to 3 hours. That's an estimate, you know, I'm guessing. I believe that's probably, yeah, I think it is. I think that's enough to do 2 big loads. All of that. But anyways, I'm pretty happy with that. Beautiful day today. It feels great. I love it when it feels like this. It's probably 65, something like that. 70. It feels perfect. This is perfect weather right here. Got a little breeze going. It's quiet out here in the forest. What a work environment when you work out in the forest. What a work environment. Hard to beat it. It is, it's hard to beat it. Be safe and God bless you.